I don't have any cigarettes. And I'm a little irritable. I was trained by U.S. Marshals, state troopers and stuff. From the time I was 15, every one of my friends was either a Marine, Airborne Ranger, SEAL, or Marshal. And when my boys went to Nam, they came back and they had spit on them. They drew the draft, and I was watching the draft. They drew it up in January 20th, the year I turned 18. My birthday's January 1. And my number came up, number 40. So I shut up the TV, I ran downstairs to the grocery. I said, Mom, I'm with school right now. I'm going to go down and join the Marine Corps. So I'm not going to this campfire. There's nowhere to go to draft me. All my friends had long hair. And really left school and moved to Canada to avoid the draft. And it just pissed me off so bad. And I went downstairs, Mom said, no, you're not going to join, you're not going to quit school, you're just going to stay in school and everything. No, I'm going down, no, you can join later. You're going to stay in school. And in April, they lost the draft. My daughter joined me. She was 10 years ago on marksmanship. She's a full-class champion. In the World Championships in South Africa 7 years ago, she finished 7th in the world. Where she's won every trophy at our nationals, including winning the nationals a couple of times, except for the one with Lincoln, and she's been in contention for several times. It's not who's the best that wins, it's the one that makes the least amount of mistakes that wins. And all it takes is one mistake, and you're out of it. Last year, she had one crossfire target, shot the wrong target, so that cost her 10 points. She missed winning by 7. Anyway, you have a great day.
Still pretty darn good. It's like anybody in the top 1,000 or 100 in the world.
Well, the long ball, I call it shooting. The nationals are all here for Ohio. And the first match,
scratch, so I've got this felt, where did I put it? I had these little felt pads.
Looked at the size of them, because they're small.
They are, I was wondering, I said, where are they? At the barn? He said, no, they're from the back. So I guess they need them for either tonight. Tomorrow is Sunday.
I will just come off this.
Actually, now it's dark. He's been talking to me for so long now. I came in, I was doing stuff, and I saw him at the back there praying, so I left him. By the time he came out, he gave me his whole story
Well, because of breakfast, I'm sorry.
of everything, so. It's not bad in here.
No, it's not cold today.
I just need to find out where I put those little felt pads after he put them down, so, oh, that's not him. Oh. Not bad in here at all. I don't know about that cross. Is that cross you think is going to be used? Is that the reason it's there or not?
Possibly.
Yeah, I'll leave it there for now.
It's not used tonight, I can't imagine when it will be.
Okay. Otherwise, how did yesterday evening go? Pretty good, huh? I guess it went. Huh? Oh, you know, they're working on it, I think Tuesday's actually sorting them out as we speak. Oh, there they go.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hi, Kathy.
How are you?
Good. Hi, Bart. Kathy, I saw the cards for the homebound folks. That's great. Real well. Okay.
Well, that's till Sunday.
That feels like a year from now. Yeah, it does not feel like it's imminent.
Now, I got the whole story of this kind of soup you left there too. Stone soup. Moms used to make stone soup. with-
Yeah, that was a popular song. It was trying to be kids. They would ask, you know.
Well, a couple of the things that, it's an interesting mix, well, I can figure out, when you look at it, they tell me the scaring in there, there's
I did print up the readings.
Well, I like cream pairing, but I don't know if I like it in a soup.
So those are here. And just the first reader would say a reading from Matthew, and then the subsequent readers don't need to say anything because it's very nuanced. So there's that. We can maybe just put it there. I think that so maybe the readers are going from there, that could really help. There's a binder for all the folks who are worshiping. There's one of these. Minor claims
You, Tom, me,
And I think my friend Katrina is going to be here. She's the pastor at Middlebury UCC.
oh, nice.
Here, I'm so anxious for you to meet her.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's excellent
Even
people.
my time in Middlebury, I was not around one hour.
She's been there about just a little longer than I have.
So I think it would,
Yeah, she's been there 8.5 years going on
so I
now.
left.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll do the first one. Oh, and I need to get the, okay, we got the marketing cross.
Did this idea work for you?
It works great for me. Yeah, I like it.
When I came in, I was like, what could we do? And I was like, well, I think that'll work.
And then we can, let's talk through the last thing first, because I think it's the tricky part. The first thing is, it kind of goes in a rhythm. All right. So I still have stones left over on the ladder. So we've got stones that we can drop into a basket. Especially if you can drop it behind and really clear the stone and drop. We have these slips of paper, and I've got a nice basket with slips of paper and pens. So I'll do this part. The invitation. So then we've got the stones, we'll have the candle hold, so I see the table there. So maybe we can just move that right next to by the window or something, or just have it, or it can be by the piano, just wherever. And then for the cross, we need a place where people can write. And then where they can pin the little stationery and things up onto the cross. Should we try that out now? Because I think that's the trickiest stage piece.
Where are the props of the bowl of those?
And instead of extinguishing a candle, we'll invite people to light a candle. Okay. Oh, the notes work out really well, too, 'cause people are mobility issues, using cameras to dissipate kind of wrap. I'll be bringing the cross in. How do we do this?
You need to cover it.
Yeah.
I think we could just have, so you can just put it out like, and you can just show her what to do, and you can do that.
Great. Look how fast we got. Okay, there's something, I gotta put these somewhere. See if it's the biggest rock we have.
I think if the fabric is there,
It might block it from bouncing. I mean, there's something about that that's pretty satisfying. They're really bouncing.
what's the percentage?
Yeah, as long as they're bouncing and rolling, not bouncing on the wood, I'm okay with that. Yeah. Okay, good. That'll work, so I'll run home and grab that powder. Let's finish planning this.
You don't think we must have fabric here? Let's finish this.
Okay.
And if not,
Oh, and then let's see how it is to pen a note onto that thing. Hello, Katrina. How are you? You had an article, right?
Yeah. The word I would say. Yeah. The exact same word.
Hey, Katrina, this is for Exinger. This is Nancy. She is the pastor of Middlebury UCC.
wonderful. This is my parish, and then I'm executive director at Camp Washington.
Oh, you know, David Peters.
Oh, yeah, very well.
Yeah.
Very well. Wonderful guy.
Yeah.
When you're sick too, so you just have to make it fantastic.
Getting better.
Well, come on up, I'll show you the services. We're just experimenting with dropping rocks at the foot of the cross
How that would sound.
and the relative bounce.
Yeah, that's important.
How many towels you need to absorb the,
It's like when you pour water, you have to check what vessel you're pouring it into so it doesn't sound like a toilet.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's always the problem with baptism. That works fine.
So it's very, because it's behind, it's very
It's pretty easy, and it's nothing special, so don't feel bad about putting thumbtacks in there. I just didn't feel good about healing.
to make sure for the glue, which is why I think it's good if it catches the carpet there.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
kind
right.
of buffering it,
Okay,
buffering,
cool.
so that works.
Great, so we've got candles, we've got rocks. Place where people can write their notes. Yeah. Oh, boy, who's he talking to, Kathy?
He left some stone soup,
Yeah, I've heard that.
herring, tuna, and sardines, plus apple banana.
Maybe a little salmon. Don't forget, there might be some salmon in there.
Not in this one, he left all the ingredients, so you know still what it is. So.
Where?
All right. Do you need anything else from me for now?
No, thank you, Ron, that's so great.
What if it was away?
Yeah, you could write over there and
Like
then,
a candle or something.
You could circle.
yeah. I mean, there's some liturgical action for everyone, this is so Mark-on. I think Rose prays chow, went to whiteness, but I'm not 100% sure, that'll work.